today is about complex sentences. In the beginning, what is the sentence, grade 3? What is the sentence?
A sentence is a word that become together
group of
to make
words.
an information
Uh-huh.
and give details.
Okay, excellent. So the sentence is a group of words that give us a complete thought
Can
or
I go to the bathroom?
idea. Yes, go.
Can I say my
We
meaning?
have two kinds of sentences. We have simple sentences and compound sentences. The simple sentence, it has only one subject and one verb. Concentrate Lujayna and Sundus. Like, I like to study grammar. Here we have only one subject and only one verb. We can call the simple sentence independent clause. Independent clause. What's the meaning of independent? If you are independent person, that means you can stand alone and you can do whatever you want by yourself. So the independent clause can stand alone. It doesn't need another sentence to help it or to stand with it. So the independent clause can stand alone. So the simple sentence has only one subject and one verb. And the simple sentence is also called independent clause. The independent clause will end with a period. Okay? So the simple sentence like I love you, I is subject.
Page what on the reading?
Love, don't open it. Love is a verb. So here we have one subject and one verb in I love you. So the independent clause, it has only one subject and one verb. Now, Wahiba, concentrate, put your hands down. The compound sentence has two or more than two simple sentences, Wahiba. Wait, I will stop your video, Wahiba, because I can't explain while you are moving all the time. Okay. So the compound sentence is made up of two or more simple sentences joined by one of the following: and, or, and, comma. And, or, and, comma. Like, I like to study grammar and I love this class. Here we have two independent sentences. We can say, I like to study grammar. And we can say, I love this class, right? And we can say, I like to study grammar and I love this class. So the compound sentence has two simple sentences or more than two, and it has a conjunction, comma, and a conjunction like and, or. So it has two independent clauses here, okay? Like, I love you and you love me. The first sentence, I love you. The second sentence, you love me. If we say, I love you and you love me, this is a compound sentence. It has two independent clauses. The first one, I love you. The second one, you love me. So it has two independent clauses joined together, clauses joining together. Maya, look at the screen. Now we have a different type of sentences. I want you to concentrate, Wahiba. Don't put emojis. I will remove you from the session. This is the last chance, Wahiba.
Miss, can't you disable the emojis? You can't disable them?
No, I can't. But I will remove her if she didn't stop. Okay. Now we have a new kind of sentences. We called it a complex sentence. What is the complex sentence? The complex sentence has two clauses. One of them is independent clause and the other one is dependent clause. The dependent clause, it's like the baby. It cannot stand alone. Like, because I like to study grammar, I love this class. Here we have two clauses. The first one here, because I like to study grammar, cannot stand alone. Can we say because I like to study grammar? Are you here, grade 2? Khaled, turn on your cam. Maya, turn on your cam.
Yeah, no.
We are not grade. We are grade 3.
Grade 3. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. Maya, Abdulaziz, Faisal, Dana, turn on your cams. So, because I like to study grammar, cannot stand alone. So, the dependent sentence is like the baby. It cannot stand alone. The complex sentence has two clauses. One of them is dependent clause and one of them is independent clause. The dependent clause cannot
3 minutes
stand
and the meeting
alone.
is gonna finish.
Okay. No, 10 minutes. Okay. What?
Miss,
What?
can you open your camera?
No, concentrate on the lesson. Don't care about my face. Dana and Khalid. No, because I'm recording the lesson. I will put it on the platform. So I love this class because I like to study grammar. I want you to concentrate here. If the complex sentence starts with the dependent clause, we will put a comma. But if it starts with the independent sentence, we will not put a comma. Okay, grade 3. What is the dependent sentence? The dependent clause, sorry, not sentence, cannot stand alone. It needs another clause to stand with it. So the complex sentence has two clauses, a dependent clause joined to an independent clause. The dependent clause needs the rest of the sentence for support. It's dependent. It's like the baby. It cannot stand alone. It needs someone to support it, right? The baby needs someone to support it. He cannot stand alone, right? Even the dependent sentence, it's like the baby. It cannot stand alone. So what do you want? Miss.
Can I drink water, me too, Rafif?
Drink, Rafif. And Hissa, this is not funny. I told you before, don't interrupt me to ask about water. Okay? So, again, the clause is a group of words that has a subject and a verb. The independent clause can stand alone as a sentence. The dependent clause cannot stand alone as a sentence. The simple sentence has one independent clause. Concentrate. The compound sentence has two independent clause. Concentrate, grade 3. There are a lot of information today. Sundus, look at the screen. Look at here. Because you love me, I love you. Here we started with the dependent sentence. So we put a comma, then we wrote the independent sentence. Okay? This is the dependent clause and this is the independent clause. So the dependent clause is because you love me. It's a fragment. If we say because you love me, it's not a sentence, it's a fragment, right? It cannot stand alone. So the dependent clause contains a subject and verb, but it begins with what? It begins with subordinating with what? Subordinating conjunction. What is the subordinating conjunction? Like because, like after, like while, like if. We call them subordinating conjunction. The subordinating conjunction come in the beginning of the dependent sentence. And it doesn't express a complete thought or a complete idea because you love me. It's a fragment. So the dependent clause is also called a subordinated clause. Why we call this subordinated clause? Because it starts with or it begins with subordinating conjunction. So the dependent clause, like babies cannot stand alone. The dependent clauses, they are like babies cannot stand alone. They need someone to support them. It needs another part of a sentence to support it, or it needs an independent sentence like the adult. The independent sentence is like the adult. It can stand alone. But the dependent sentence, it's like the baby. It cannot stand alone, so it needs an adult to help it, right? So we need independent clause to help the dependent clause to make what? A complex sentence. What are the subordinating conjunction? The subordinating conjunction, we have many subordinating conjunction, but we will take some of them like after, like because or if or unless, and where and while, until, when, and before. All of those are subordinating conjunction. We will not write them because you have them in your book. But I want, okay, let's revise. Let's write all the information together, okay? Wait, let me add a new slide. And let's write the information, okay? I don't want you to write, but I want you to understand. But if you didn't understand, read it with me and you will understand. In the beginning, what is the...
Which book?
Don't open any book. What is the simple sentence? A group of words give us a complete thought or idea. It has another name. The simple sentence has another name. What is the other name? We called it independent clause. Why do we call it independent clause? Because it can stand alone. Let's organize our information. So here we have simple sentences. Okay, the simple sentence is a group of words. Please keep your mics muted, grade 3. The simple sentence is a group of words give us a complete thought or idea. The simple sentence have another name. We can say they are independent clauses. The independent clauses, they can, let's put another color, they can stand alone. Okay?
Miss, this was from Laura.
Okay. Laura, please keep your mic muted. What is the compound sentence? The compound sentence has two or more simple sentences. That means it has two independent clause. Okay, it has two independent clause, two or more independent clause. And we have a conjunction in it. We have conjunction and comma. Okay, we can join the two simple sentences with a comma. We have another kind of sentences. It's the complex sentence. The complex sentence has two clauses. It has one independent clause and plus, let's put plus, one dependent clause. What is the dependent clause? Now let's wait. The break start.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I took 5 minutes from your break. Okay, go to your break and we're going to complete after the break, okay?
It's okay, miss. It's okay.
Okay, go to your break. Bye.
Bye. I love you.
I love you
Bye.
too. Bye.
Bye.